My name's Adonia Anderson, and my baby was brought in about a week ago because he had a coarctation in his aorta. So I've been here for about a week now, and his operation is Friday. His name's Cairo. At the hospital when I gave birth, I was able to breastfeed him straight away, so he probably was on there for like maybe 5-10 minutes, and then after that, every day it was like every 3 hours he would be on there for like 20 minutes to half an hour as well. So he did drink a lot. Yeah, I feel a lot better about it now, but at the beginning I was really emotional. He was a week old, he wasn't breathing properly, so we went to A&E, my local hospital, which is in Rockford, and they thought he had a chest infection. And then the next day he was kind of changing colour, going a bit pale and bluish. So they just did some further checks and realised it was something wrong with his heart, so they referred us to this hospital. When I was at my local hospital in Rockford, they got the CATS team to transfer us here in an ambulance on the Sunday afternoon. So when we got here, they brought us straight up into intensive care, and they done some further checks and basically clarified to us that it was a coarctation in his aorta. So that same night, about 11 o'clock in the night, they spoke to me and my partner and said we're going to have to do emergency balloon operation, because I think his organs were shutting down because he wasn't able to breathe properly. So they done the balloon operation, and it was very quick, probably like 45 minutes to an hour. So they put us in an accommodation, which is like 5 minutes walk, and then we came back. They called us once the operation was over, and then he was in intensive care. He still wasn't really able to breathe by himself, so he had to have the tube. And then that night, because he didn't eat properly on the Saturday, which was when it happened, my boobs were quite heavy. And then on the Sunday we was here, so when I got here on the Sunday, I'm not quite sure who it was that first spoke to me, but somebody from the nursery nurses said to me that I need to be expressing every 4 hours, and that will help stimulate the milk to come as well. So they brought me in here, they showed me exactly like what I'd need to do, and the machines are quite good as well. So I thought, oh, okay, this is fine, I don't feel awkward or anything. And they spoke me through exactly what I'd have to do, and put some in the fridge, some in the freezer, which will help when he gets out. So you can use the ones in the fridge like when he gets out, and obviously when he was in the operation I had to put it in the freezer so it could be stored for a longer time. Since he's come out of his other operation and he's into the ward, he's been breastfeeding a lot, and he has put on a lot of weight because he did lose a lot of weight because he was on fluids. So he did lose quite a lot of weight, and now he's put back on that weight. And I feel like he's made a quick recovery as well from the previous balloon operation that he had, because it was only about 3 days that after the operation that he got moved into the ward. So it was, it was quite quick. And then it was only a few days after that that we was told that we could be referred back to our local hospital. He was doing a lot better, and we was going to get referred back to our local hospital because they were just monitoring feeding. But we took an echo scan, and they noticed that the gradient was decreasing a little bit. So they said that we were going to have another operation, not the balloon one this time, it will be something different. On Rose ward I can actually stay here for the night. In intensive care you can't stay there, and high dependency you can't stay there either. So it's good that I'm on this ward now, so I can stay at the night time. And the accommodation is only 5 minutes around the corner, so you know, he's never experienced anything like, and I've never even experienced any form of, I've never been in the hospital, only like for giving birth and just to visit people in hospital. So I think it was kind of scary for both of us, and I can tell that he was a bit stressed that having to go through something like this as well. So I think breastfeeding helped to like calm him and just for us to get that bond back again. So I think breastfeeding helps quite a lot with just the development of babies as well. Because my sisters, they've all breastfeed up until their kids were like 1.5, and their development was really good, and they're quite smart as well, the babies, I think, from breast milk. Yeah, it was really difficult, but I'm just trying to stay positive, and because, you know, he's got to have this major operation as well, so I really want it to go well and just not have any like negative thoughts about it or anything.